Hello, citizens of the world. We are anonymous.
This message is directed to the Assad regime, the Syrian Electronic Army, and to the people of Syria. We are anonymous. Mr. Bashar al-Assad, over the past 17 months, we have been watching you, your suppression of dissent, your merciless strategic demeanor, and your violation of Article 3 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The crimes against humanity you committed have caught our attention. The people of Syria are standing up for their universal human rights, dignity, and freedom, and because of that, you have graciously permitted all 14 divisions of the bureaucratic Syrian government, including the secret police and Syrian army, to crack down on revolutionary movements, by brutally beating and detaining unarmed protesters, as well as online social media activists. You have also permitted the use of military-grade weapons on unarmed demonstrators, peaceful civilian neighborhoods, churches and mosques, schools, and even hospitals. You have utilized T-72 tank shells, helicopter gunships, mortars, rifle snipers, and nerve gas chemical weapons against your own people. Under your oppression, masses of women are suffering sexual assault crimes, while peaceful demonstrators and online activists are being tortured and beaten to death in prison chambers. You have impeded access to water, electricity, natural gas, telephone, and internet lines throughout Syria. Your mass murder campaign, and suppression of civil uprisings, has ranked you as the third most censored country in the world. The disposition, bigotry, and cowardliness your regime has displayed throughout this uprising speaks volumes of your legitimacy, not only as a president, but as a so-called medical practitioner. You, Mr. Assad, are an ophthalmologist, a physician, who took a Hippocratic oath to practice medicine with the utmost level of ethics. Instead, numerous reports and videos published by human rights watch groups and activists portray a consistency of evidence in which injured protesters are tortured, electrocuted, beaten, and even mutilated to death inside governmental military hospitals. By allowing this to happen, you have proven you are the moral equivalent of a leech. You are a living emptiness, a meaningless void, trying to cling on a 42-year-old bloody throne of corruption and deceit. As a result of your hypocrisy, you have done nothing about the tens of thousands detained or killed. On the contrary, you have extended your hand in a plea for help, as Russia continues to supply you with military equipment and artillery, while combative insurgency units from Iran, Iraq, and southern Lebanon aid your regime in its genocidal operations. In addition, you've supplied your Syrian Electronic Army with professional tacticians from Iran to stifle revolutionists by implicating malware attacks targeted at activists reporting on the crisis. Your Syrian Electronic Army has also enacted by disabling and paralyzing Facebook accounts, groups, and fan pages of activists that are inside Syria and abroad. The United States, European Union, and the United Nations have failed in their oath to protect and ensure the right to life for the people of Syria. Anonymous has therefore decided that your regime must be destroyed, for the good of the Syrian people, and for the good of mankind. We shall expel you from the internet, and systematically infiltrate the Special Operations Department of the Syrian Electronic Army, as we have done in the past with the Syrian Arab Republic's Ministry of Defense. We will shut down the Syrian Electronic Army, and deface all domestic and foreign associates of your organization. We will compromise your emails, fan pages, accounts, and collaborative groups on social media sites. We will shut down and extirpate all SOD servers located in Tartus and Damascus. We shall also publicly exploit the socio-economic corruption hidden beneath the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Interior, and anything else we deem reputable to dismay your already unpleasant image. Just as recent unearthings by WikiLeaks have re-exploited your political fraudulence and malevolent economic practices, you shall be, and will be, destroyed. We acknowledge you as a serious opponent, and we are prepared for a long, relentless, and contentious onslaught against your regime and the Syrian Electronic Army. You shall not, and will not prevail against the angry masses. You cannot hide. We are everywhere. We cannot die. We are forever. You will find no recourse in attack, because for each of us that falls, 10 more will take their place. We're getting bigger every day, solely by the force of our ideas. If you want another name for your opponent, then call us Legion, for we are many, yet for all that we are not as monstrous and inhumane as you are. We are many, we are one, divided by 0. We are undefined, we are no one, and we are everyone. We are anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.